What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. This is my first little mini series called Monkey Plays. I'm your host, Monkey Peaches. Today we're going to be doing a quick basic mission. Remember, if you like my content, hit that like button and subscription for more content, and then let's see where we go from there. Okay, first, before we start anything, I'm going to show you a little rundown of my equipment, my gear, my build, or here's my secondary weapon, the submachine gun. And I should give you a little quick view of what I'm using. Oh, first off, I would like to say this is a previous recording. I'm doing an audio track over. So, I am trying to get necessary equipment to do live recordings, and as of right now, I don't have the necessary equipment, so please bear with me. And here's a shotgun that I'm using for my primary. I'm using attachments to increase the damage, critical hit damage, and I think earlier it's the reload speed, because for a shotgun, the reload speed it reloads shell by shell. So having the quick reload speed would be nice. And right now, I'm gonna head to the gun range towards the back end of the headquarters base. I'll show you a little example of how each weapon works. I'm gonna start off with the shotgun here. And I'm gonna switch it to a tougher opponent. So right now we're using the shotgun against elite. These are, I guess, second to the toughest enemies you'll find in the game. And right here is a demonstration with the submachine gun. Works pretty well. I like the shotgun earlier. And this will be my pistol, my sidearm. I didn't show you what I had, but it's called the Rhino, Special Rhino. It's pretty strong. It's like a revolver. And then a little more example demonstration of the shotgun power. Man, I really love this gun. So now we're gonna go ahead to the mission. So first thing, reload before I leave, and then we're gonna fast travel. We're gonna open up our map, and then we're gonna fast travel to the mission. It's gonna be called Jefferson Trade Center, and over there I'm gonna show you some. We're gonna encounter enemies, and then I'll show you some basic moves, basic gameplay, the mechanics of the game, and then yeah, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit because it's gonna load a little long. This is just I'm choosing the difficulty for the mission. So right there, the difficulty. I think I put it on heroic, but I changed my mind. It's like that's kind of tough. I don't want to be struggling while I make a basic or simple tutorial video. I double checked myself. I was like, oh, I don't want to fail the mission. So I think I know I changed it to one level below. It's challenging. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm gonna fast travel.
Agent requesting backup.
So we are here. This is the mission display before you enter. I already set this the standards for the mission, so we're gonna go right past it. I'm gonna head down. Don't mind me, I'm just looking for other items that I could get, because there's sometimes the resources they're good to find to in order to craft other weapons later in the game. I could show you that as well. I'll make another video for that, possibly attach it to a link. So here, this is the first encounter, and I believe I thought I had my shotgun on, and the way I went about this was wrong. Oh my gosh. So there's two ways you could have approached this: strategically, or you could have just rushed him. And right here, I'm gonna find out the hard way. Oh my gosh, I almost died. Oh, I'm left in the open here. And I'll go around. If you saw earlier, I healed myself because my armor was all the way down and my health. The orange bar underneath the white lines, you can see my health. I'm slowly regaining my health. And I just took out that guy right there with a shotgun. The shotgun's pretty useful in a close quarter combat. And if you look at the white lines above my health bar, you'll see a partially blue lines. That's my bonus armor. That's another talent attributed to the skills I have with this build. I can go more into detail later, but for now we're just gonna go show the basics. I just took out the guy. Here, a shotgun is more useful when you're close quarters. That was the first encounter. So here's the second encounter. We're gonna go. I think this man right here. That type of enemy, they just have like chunks of health, and they only rush you, do melee damage. They don't do range damage. See, the blue bars there, it only activates when I'm on a certain distance away from amount of enemies. It's quite useful to have. Here is a basic cover to cover movement. You just hold X when you see the prompt far away. And using cover to cover movement, it's basically covering more ground quickly, and then you get into cover faster. That way, you'll be out of harm's way. And you can continue the mission. We're fast forwarding here, and I'm going to show you some exotic weapons. The red highlighted weapons are exotic weapons. They have unique traits to them. I selected one. And right here, I'm going to do another cover to cover movement. That way I cover ground much quicker. Here, we're going to go against this enemy. I'm going to show you an example of how strong the weapon is. Yeah, here we go. So with exotic weapons, they really shine only if your build, caters to the attributes to that, or the talents to that weapon. So it's really hard to find the correct build you want. Right there, I just set off a electronic jammer. It's one of the skills I use. I'll go over that in a little bit. So in the Division 2, you get to use 2 skills, a limit of 2 skills per character, and you get to change them periodically or whenever you want. For me, I'm using a shield and a pulse jammer, so the electronic jammer. There's another added talent to it. It jams the enemy electronics, and it also distorts them if they're within range. So right here, I'm using my other skill, the shield. With this shield, I'm able to use primary weapons. Or here's another tool you could use. That's jump roll. To do that, you double tap X, and then you roll in the direction wherever you want to go. And here's another encounter. I believe it's gonna be with a mini boss. I like using cover to cover. So again, to use cover to cover, we look for the prompt and you hold X. Here, we're gonna go up against the mini boss, which should come up soon. You can tell who's the mini boss. It's going to be a heavy gunner, and he's going to have yellow health. Those are the elite mini bosses. And right here, see, I just shot his weapon bullets, so he won't be able to fire at me. Oh my gosh, I'm getting railed from the side. And it's a good tactic to use against the heavy gunners, and just use another skill. That way, it gives you time and a window to, deliver some damage to him. Right here, I'm using the sweet shotgun. It just cuts him in half, man. And then I'm gonna move on. So here I'm just gonna show you. You can switch the buttons for your skills. Select. See, I didn't like my shield being on my L1, so I'm gonna select it. I'm gonna be making it my R1 instead. And there's stuff inside the game that, secret stashes you can find right here. This is a secret stash box. You need hyena keys for them. I can go over that in another in another video. And yellow highlighted, or gold, I guess, labeled gold highlighted items are high-end items. They're stronger, a little more rare than your basic items that fall. And here is the final encounter. I fast forwarded a bit. Video was taking too long. Mission is kind of long. So the mission takes overall probably, if you take your time, half an hour to 45 minutes. Just use my skill there. See, I like using this skill. It distorts the enemy and gives you a window of opportunity. Oh, another elite enemy here. So one thing to keep in mind is when you use a shield, only in front of you you have coverage. So your backside is completely open and your sides are completely open. So just keep in mind it only affects what's in front of you. Got that guy. See, he just dropped a high-end item. You can tell because of the gold aura that pops up. And we'll fast forward just a little. We'll get on to the boss battle. And right here, I'm just rushing this guy to get him out of the way. So that boss right there, you see that shine, the indicator that he's using a sniper rifle. And I'm gonna distort him using my skill, which didn't work. Usually doesn't work in bosses. And you bust out my shotgun, going for the kill. That is mission completed, and that was the Jefferson Trade Center. Hopefully you guys got some information out of this. That's the end of my video. Please leave a like or subscribe for more content. If you have any advice, please leave it in the comments section. I could always use some advice. Also, just a quick recap. We just did the Jefferson Trade Center under challenging difficulty. I also showed you some moves, like the cover to cover and the quick roll. I also showed you some skills. I also showed you a partial build of what I'm using and the enemies the enemies that we covered, and demonstration of the weapons I used. So this concludes my first video for Monkee Games. Hopefully I can create more content and have better equipment, and then I can get, hopefully me show myself playing the game. But in time that'll come, and I can sharpen my skills in editing. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.